Tasha Schuh here. I hope you enjoyed my blog last week that was titled A Day in the Life of Tasha Schuh. And I want to show you a few things that I do on my own and how I do those things. And so one of the things that I use to keep me very independent is my Tenodesis Splint. And I share about this when I speak, but I realize that probably a lot of people haven't heard me speak and see me out in public using this. And so I just wanted to share what this is and how I use it and why I use it. And so as you can see, I cannot move any of my fingers. All 10 fingers of mine are paralyzed. And so I can feel them, I just can't move them. And so this splint is what allows me to do a lot of the things throughout my day to be independent. Now the one movement that I do have is my wrist. And that movement is needed in order to use this Tenodesis Splint. This was created, I think, way back in the 1970s. So it's not new technology. The sad part is that mostly newly injured patients with spinal cord injuries of my level, they're not telling them about this splint. And I know it looks really ugly. I thought it looked like the Terminator hand when I first looked at it. But once I saw how independent I could be and what it could do for me, I knew that I had to overcome what other people thought of me and use it. And so this, a lot of people think that once I put it on that I can move my fingers, but I can't. I actually am doing all of this, using this all just with my wrist. And so I'll show you how I put it on. I slide it onto my hand. This is custom made. Believe it or not, this thing is $2,000, and that's why I've had this one my entire journey. I've never had a new one made. I try to be very, very good on my equipment because I know how expensive it is and how I don't want to have to pay that on a regular basis. So as you can see, my teeth also come in handy. I put this on here, strap it around my hand. Okay, so it is on, and so how it works is I open my hand and lift my wrist up and it gives me a pinch. Now for bigger objects, I have a ratchet over here where I can open it up, so now my hand is a lot more open if I want to hold a pop can, which I don't do all that often. But for bigger objects like a hamburger or when I'm out eating ice cream, I use that too. And but the normal ratchet that I have it on is the second one over. This is the normal one that I use it on. And so I have a few objects here that I thought I would show you how I so this is a pen. This is the main thing that big thing that I use my Teno for when I'm out signing books at my speaking engagements. And of course I have no piece of paper. Doug, can you grab me a piece of paper? Here's my handy assistant, Douglas. And so, with grabbing this, I can usually have something on my lap. And this is how I write. So it's pretty crazy of how it's just the movement of my wrist that allows me to grasp things. I'm going to show you a few other things in the weeks to come that I do with my Teno. I call it my Teno for short, by the way. And then I also eat with the splint. And this is probably what took me the longest time to learn how to do because I need a firm grip on silverware. And it was hard for me to figure this out. And I'm going to show you another video next week on how I warm things up in the microwave and how I eat if somebody isn't here. But with the fork, I take it, put it in my mouth, slide it into this little open space, and if you can see that, and then I eat, just like this. So if you see me out in public with this splint, know that this is what makes me really independent and really helps me a lot in my daily life. So hope you enjoyed this today, and stay in touch because we're going to have more videos. Have a blessed day.